Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most important realities of the modern world. How one nation, the United States, came to have an influence far beyond its population size. The United States has only around 4% of the world's people, and yet its influence reaches into nearly every corner of the globe. It shapes the financial system. It shapes international politics. It shapes universities, research, technology, and media, entertainment, language, fashion, music, and even the way millions of people imagine success, freedom, and power. This does not mean that every part of American influence is bad. The United States has produced remarkable achievements in science and technology, constitutional thought and civil rights struggles, music, literature, and humanitarian work, higher education, and cinema. Many people around the world admire American openness and innovation, but admiration is not the same as balance. The problem begins when one nation's power becomes so large that it starts to define the world for everyone else. It becomes a center through which other societies are judged, translated, ranked, funded, and understood. When this happens, the world does not become truly global. It becomes global through one dominant lens, the Anglo-American lens. The foundation of this structure is not only military power or Silicon Valley. At the deepest level, it is a dollar-dominated financial system. The US dollar is the main currency of global trade, global banking, global reserves, global debt, and international finance. Many global commodities are priced in dollars. Many governments and companies borrow and transact in dollars. This gives the United States an extraordinary position. Your national economy becomes part of everyone else's economic life. If US interest rates rise, capital can leave developing countries. If the dollar strengthens, debt becomes harder to repay. It is about the architecture of global possibility. The structure of global finance gives the United States a built-in advantage. The dollar system creates a hierarchy of visibility. American banks, universities, and cultural industries operate from the center. Their ideas travel faster, their products scale more easily, their cultural symbols become familiar everywhere. Meanwhile, many other countries spend enormous energy simply trying to enter the conversation and maintain market confidence. This is one way economic dominance becomes cultural dominance. American technology platforms influence what people see and watch. Over time, people in very different societies may begin to consume similar stories, music, and ideas of what a modern life looks like. This does not happen because everyone freely chooses from a neutral global menu. It happens because some products have more distribution power. A small film industry in a poorer country cannot easily compete with billion-dollar networks and global algorithms. The same dynamic appears in academia. American universities attract international talent and shape global intellectual debates. To gain global recognition, a scholar may need to translate local wisdom into the language and theory accepted by Western institutions. This means knowledge does not travel equally. It is an inequality of interpretation. The world is studied through categories created by the powerful. When people see the world through an Anglo-American lens long enough, they may mistake that lens for reality itself. A religious tradition or family-centered society may be judged only by individualist assumptions or categories that do not fit. The same problem appears in media. Some victims become visible to the world, others remain statistics. This teaches whose pain matters. Countries outside the center may internalize this gaze, measuring their success by how closely they resemble America. A truly global world should have many centers, allowing different civilizations to speak in their own voices. The goal should be balance, a world where nations can thrive without forced cultural imitation or financial dependency. This means reforming global finance and strengthening regional systems so knowledge and stories are not filtered through one imagination. True unity requires diversity, not as a slogan, but as a structure of power. Other nations need room to develop and tell their stories. When other nations are allowed to thrive, the whole world becomes more stable. Peace becomes more possible when dignity is shared. A mature world order would not ask America to disappear. It would ask America to become one voice among many. The future belongs to humanity as a whole. A peaceful world is built by recognizing we share one planet, one destiny, and one human family. Thank you for watching.